Hey everyone, I'm Katie. I'm a YouTube creator and social media marketing educator. Today I'm going to be sharing a couple of fun ideas for Instagram Reels with you. Instagram Reels has become increasingly popular over the last several months, so if you haven't already tried it, now is the time to make some short and fun vertical videos and share them on Instagram Reels. Let's get into it. The first video that I'm going to show you how to make is this cute stop motion desk tour that I created. Before we get into the editing, the first thing that you're going to need to do is capture your images. Now, normally on most smartphones, you would capture photos in the 4:3 aspect ratio, which is fine, but it's not the same size of Instagram Reels. So if you have an iPhone, the first thing that you're going to want to do is open up the camera app and tap on that arrow in the top center of the screen. At the bottom of the screen, you're going to see 4:3. If you tap on that, it's going to bring up a couple different aspect ratio options, including 16:9. Choose 16:9, and then you'll be ready to go to shoot your photos for your stop motion video. To shoot your stop motion video, you're going to move items into the scene and tap on that shutter button to capture a frame at every point along the way. Remember that most videos are 30 frames per second, which means for every second of footage, you're going to need 30 clips. That's just a rough estimate, depends on how long you make your images in the final product, but that just gives you a sense of how many photos you're gonna need to make it look like this. Now that you've captured your images, let's dive into the editing tutorial. Open up KineMaster and then tap on the plus button to start a new project. For the stop motion video, we're going to select 9:16 for the aspect ratio because Instagram Reels is in the 9:16 aspect ratio, so just tap on that. Once it loads, you're going to click on that settings button on the left-hand side. Then you need to tap on editing, and then you can change the default duration of a photo clip. This is important because this is going to make our photo clips the right length of time for this to become a smooth stop motion video. So I'm going to change that all the way down to 0.1, the fastest that a photo clip can possibly be. Then I'm going to tap on the checkmark button. Next, I'm going to tap on media. Then I'm going to tap on photo, and then all. Here you can see all of the images that I selected for this stop motion project, and I'm going to start selecting them in chronological order and add them to the timeline. Then I'm going to tap on the check mark. Now I'm going to bring the playhead to the very beginning of the timeline and I can watch it back. Awesome, it looks great. Now to finish it off, I'm going to go back to the beginning again and I'm going to tap on layer and then text, and I'm going to add a title to this video. Now that I've created this title, I can change the font, I can change the color, I can add a background. I'm going to make mine completely opaque, and I'm going to add a white background. And then you can resize by pinching your text, and you can also rotate it and place it anywhere you like on the screen. Finally, I'm just going to make sure that my title shows up for the entire duration of my video, and then I'll press check mark. And then we can play back the final result. And that's it, you've made a stop motion video in KineMaster. To export it, you can press this export button in the top right hand corner. I'm going to select mine to be high quality, and then I'll tap export. The next video I'm going to show you how to make is this really fun whip transition video. There's so many different things you can do with this. You can transition footage from any two places. It doesn't have to be in the same room or in the same setting whatsoever. There's a lot of really cool and creative things you can do with this transition, and it just really seamlessly brings together two different scenes and makes them feel like they're all part of the same action. So the first thing that you're going to need to do before we get into the editing is obviously capture your clips. For this, if you want to be in the footage, you're probably going to need to get a friend to help you because it's very important that you have movement in these clips. So you're going to need to get a camera guy to actually film you and do that whip transition physically with the camera. To do this, you want to make sure that when you whip your phone from side to side, you're doing it quick enough that you actually create some frames with motion blur, because it's those frames that are going to end up being stitched together to really give that seamless transition in the end. So once you've got some good clips that are going to work for this whip transition, let's dive into the editing tutorial. Again, open up the KineMaster app and then tap on the plus button to start a new project and select 9:16. Then tap on Media and All. Now you just need to select the clips that you filmed for your whip transition video and then press checkmark. To start, I'm going to rearrange my clips to make sure that they are in the correct order. Now I am going to trim off the beginning of my video by tapping on the clip, tapping on trim/split, and then trimming to the left of the playhead. Next, I'll scrub through the timeline and find the point in the video where I want to make the transition. You can zoom in by pinching the timeline there, and then as you scrub along, you can see that there is a point where I have a lot of motion blur in the shot, and that's the point where I want to split the clips. So I'm going to tap on this clip again and then tap on trim/split. This time I'm going to trim to the right of the playhead. Next, I'm going to start scrubbing through my second clip and find the point where I have the bookshelf in a motion blurred frame. And here, looks perfect. So I'm going to tap on the clip, trim, and now I'm going to trim to the left. Now, if we play through it, we should see a pretty seamless transition. Now, it wasn't quite as seamless as I want it to be, so I'm just going to go back in and refine it a little bit further by dragging this clip out again and then finding the exact spot that I think will be perfect. And I'll adjust the second clip as well. When it comes to making a seamless whip transition, it's all about trial and error until you get the desired result. And we'll watch it back again. Perfect. Finally, I'm going to add some audio to this so that it matches with the TikTok trend that I'm trying to emulate. And to do this, I'm going to select Media and go into All Videos again. And I've downloaded the TikTok clip that I want to use the audio from. So I'm going to select this one, and then I'm going to tap on Extract Audio. Now I can delete the video clip and keep the audio track. So now I'm going to tap and drag that underneath my clip, and I want the transition to line up with when the music changes, and I can see that change very clearly here in the waveform. Next, I'm just going to trim my video so that it's the same length as the audio clip. And now I can play it back and make sure everything lines up. Finally, to export the video, I'm going to tap on the export button in the top right-hand corner, and I'm going to select high quality and then tap export. And those are 2 fun ideas of videos that you can create today for Instagram Reels. Thanks so much for watching this tutorial. Make sure you check me out on YouTube. Also, make sure that you download KineMaster and try making these videos for yourself. Remember to like this video if you enjoyed it, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any future tutorials like this one, and have a great day. Bye!
Yeah.